And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 48-yard line.
There you go. Come on, hey. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott gets this one to Hill. A gain of 4 on the play, and they're going to have a third down. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. They'll run it with Jones. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 11 yards there and a Lion first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
First down, Lions.
This is Jones. Nigel Bradham brings him down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
From the 27, Prescott under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to bury him for a loss of 11. 3rd and long for Prescott. And going deep for Hill, and that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it.
He's not going to get me.
Prescott to throw on 4th. This is caught inside the 15. Hey, nothing to see here. Just your standard 4th down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going.
And the Lions first down.
There you go. Go right in.
Back to the ground. It's Hill. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Tyreek Hill with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Gano for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Lions 14, Raiders nothing. Ryan Gano sets the kickoff.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to them.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Christian Kirksey. He's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. There's Jackson on 3rd and long. Flush to his right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Here's Logan Cook now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Yeah, he was looking for the check-up bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Marcus Golden racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. The Lions on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. To throw is Prescott. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Marcus Golden, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. And he's able to get it out of there. Taking on the midfield logo. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return, and the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over.
Ready? Check Mike 27. Check Mike 27. Watch the out. Watch the out. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Go. Get him, get him, get him. You got him.
They'll run on first down. Hines. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll be a 2nd and long. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as score. And this is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Chris Godwin with touchdown number 7 on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Now Adam Vinatieri for the point after. And that one makes it 14-7. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. They'll go with Hill here on first down. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the...
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Prescott from the gun. And the pressure gets to him again. Marcus Golden in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Now Prescott on 4th down. A desperation heave for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Lions are able to extend their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry?
It's caught inside the 25. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, guys, we're right there. Just not
Jackson from the gun, he'll throw. Escaping the pressure right. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Chris Godwin. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Vinatieri now to tack on the PAT. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Completes it to Hearns. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2. The 33-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Watch his flat, watch his flat. Watch his flat, watch his flat.
Here's Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. And an alley to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now a pass that's taken in by Hill. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Prescott. That one complete to Hill. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a 1st down.
First down, Detroit.
Now Jones. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Lions have taken the lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
Set to kick off.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly. It's in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Jaron Kearse in on the tackle.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On 2nd and 7, Jackson able to shake him off. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Christian Kirksey in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Like the footwork back there. I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down.
3 down, 3 down. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3. 6 down.
Jackson from the shotgun. Steps away to his left. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Give them 35 yards there on the 3rd down conversion. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They go play action with Jackson. Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Fletcher Cox in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Let's get off the field, D. That's me.
On 2nd and a long way to go. Jackson. And he's going to go down again. Credit the sack to the Oregon Duck, DeForest Buckner.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58's the mic. I got it. 58, boys. 58. 58.
To throw is Jackson. Throwing on 3rd and long. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. That scramble good for 13 yards, but not good enough for a 1st down. It's 4th.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there, trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. Here's Logan Cook now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line.
Here we go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
On second down, it's Hill. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. He is going to find Hill here. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 22. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Play fake. Here's Prescott. They'll roll him out right. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. He violated a big-time no-no in throwing that pick. Rolling right, throwing across his body.
And you know that your dad taught you that in the backyard when you were a tyke.
Yep.
Don't do it. The problem, every now and then you get away with it. This time, not the case.
5 yards on the pickup. A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. Jackson forced out to his left. He's got Fuller. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss.
You got nothing. Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 27. Check pass, check pass.
Here's Jackson. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Fletcher Cox in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Fletcher Cox and the Lions looking like they're going to come away with a victory. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are.
Hey, kill. Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
47.
53, 53, check 53. Here we go, here we go. Mike, 53. 53.
We're going to 53. 26.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Gun.
53 is the Mike. Stop.
Prescott. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Hill, the intended receiver, once again.
47.
Check three.
53.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
26.
Prescott to throw. He's got Smith here. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
26.
And they'll indeed take a knee. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. On third down, here's Hill. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. They'll run for it with Hill. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
He'll look to throw. Being chased out left. Now a desperate. And his ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
Obviously, the excitement level here is almost a fever pitch. Down 1. It's tempting to go for 2. I say you go ahead and kick the extra point. You got the home crowd carried into overtime.
I'm with you. I do see some fans, though, holding up 2 fingers. Easy now.
Yeah, but they're not the ones who have to actually make that call, are they?
Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. And that's caught at the 2. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And there's been a Terry now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at the 3.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season? Once in the regular season, once in the playoffs. So stranger things have happened. It'd be interesting to see what the defensive strategy is about who they put on the field to try and knock that ball away.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Oakland, the win here means it'll be a 7-1 first half of the season. The loss will drop them to 6-2 now on the year. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL.